When you definitely hear that sound, you know it is the Uefa Champions League. Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Molo Collins, and today we are going to revolve and focus our attention on this very important match between Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Well, before we get right to it, remember to view, like, subscribe and share, and you can also hit that notification button so that you can be among the first ones to be notified when we do drop a new content. Let's keep the conversation going across all social media platforms, and on Facebook I'm at Molo Collins. Give us your view and also your suggestion, and I'll be sure to sample some of them on our next show. Well, I'm your host, Molo Collins. Let's get things started, and we see that Manchester United will be playing away in this first leg of the UEFA Champions League against the Bavarians. This first leg of this competition will be hosted at the Allianz Arena. This is the home ground of Bayern Munich. Well, before we move on again, let me just give you the stats, and we've seen that Bayern Munich have won this competition a total of 6 times. That is in 1974, 1975, and also 1976, and also in 2001 and 2013, and more recently in the year of 2020 rather, and that is a total of 6 trophies for them. And on the other side, Manchester United have won this competition a total of 3 times. That is in 1968, in 1999, and also in the year of 2008. Well, these teams have met severally, and Bayern have had a bigger chunk of the success when this team have met, having accumulated a win of 60% against Manchester United 46, and so far Bayern have scored a total of 25 goals when they've played against Manchester United. Well, before we move on again, let me just take you through the home fixtures, and we see that Bayern is currently perched at the second position in the Bundesliga. So far Bayern Munich are unbeaten under Thomas Tuchel this season, and Manchester United on the other side under the tutelage of Eric Ten Hag so far are perched on 12th position on the log in the English Premier League, having won 2 matches and going on to losing a total of 3 matches. So it means that coming into this competition, Bayern are in a very scintillating form, and this is going to be a very explosive matches, because this is not the very first time that these two teams are meeting. I remember that in the year of 1997, Manchester United managed to win this competition, and guess what? The team that they defeated in that final was Bayern Munich, and by then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer snatching a win for Manchester United towards the end of that match, and that was when they were under the stewardship of Sir Alex Ferguson. Well, let's look at both teams' first 11, and I expect this to be the first 11 for Bayern Munich when these two teams do manage to meet. And we see in between the sticks we'll have Manuel Neuer. This is a German international who will be playing in between the posts. Then we'll have Leroy Sané, we'll have Joshua Kimmich, and we'll have Harry Kane. And remember that Harry Kane has just signed for Bayern Munich at this season, and he has already set the ground running, and expect Manchester United to have a very difficult time in managing Harry Kane. Remember that Manchester United at some time they were in for Harry Kane's signature, but somehow they did not manage to get his signature. And in that defense of Bayern Munich, expect Upe Meccano and to partner with Kim Min-jin, and remember that Kim Min-jin was also in the radar of Manchester United. We'll have also Davis, Grozeka, and Gnabry and Musiala, and the evergreen, a very experienced player in the name of Thomas Müller. I expect that to be the first 11 for Bayern Munich. And on the other side, Manchester United, we have to see that Onana will be in between the post for Manchester United. Then we'll have Rashford, Casemiro, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Diogo Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Højlund, Eriksen and McTominay. I don't expect a lot of changes in this Manchester United and expect that Erik ten Hag will go with the same formation and with the same personnel that did service for Manchester United when they lost against Brighton 3-1. Well, coming into this match, maybe form will not really determined, because English Premier League and Bundesliga are very different ball game compared to the UEFA Champions League. But so far, I think that Bayern have an upper hand against Manchester United and expect fireworks in this match. And I think that Bayern have a very free-flowing, solid midfield, and I think that Manchester United will have to do a lot of work to be able to contain this Bayern Munich midfield. On the other side, I expect the likes of Bruno Fernandes and also Casemiro and Eriksen this time to rise to the occasion, because coming to this match, if Manchester United do make the same mistake of playing the same way they played against Brighton, I think that Manchester United will be chasing shadow all through the 90 minutes at Allianz Arena. And Erik ten Hag has a lot to prove in this match. I think that there has been a lot of off-field situation regarding the situation of Sancho, and more recently Anthony, who has been given some personal time to sort his personal issue. Well, let's look at this Bayern Munich forward line, and I think that Harry Kane is going to give Manchester United a very torrid time, because remember that Harry Kane once played in the English Premier League and he knows how Manchester United plays, and he has played with the likes of Rashford, who is an England international, and maybe he has a few tips that maybe he can give to his tactician, that is Tuchel, on how to handle Marcus Rashford. And I think that Martinez and Lindelof are going have to be on their all-time best in order to handle this Bayern Munich forward. And remember, they also have the likes of Leroy Sané and Gnabry and a very dangerous player in the name of Musiala. So it's going to be a very good game. Now let's look at the forward of Manchester United, and we see that we have Rashford and we also have Bruno Fernandes, and the one person that Manchester United has just acquired in the name of Højlund. Højlund was just given 60 minutes against Brighton, and well, he did manage to impress. And if the likes of Marcus Rashford can rise to the occasion and try to feed the balls to Højlund, then I think Manchester United will be home and dry. But so far, I still think that Bayern Munich is going to have a very good game in this season. Comparing the two teams, how they've started, we've seen that Bayern has not lost any match this season in the Bundesliga, and so far Manchester United are struggling. They are not that well-drilled machine that Ten Hag had last season, and so far there has been a lot of questions why Marcus Rashford is so selfish and sometimes is not tracking back to try and help that midfield. Well, let's look at the goalkeeping area. We see that Manchester United have Onana, but so far it has not worked out, because I think that Manchester United don't have those midfielders who like playing the ball from the back. That's why we see that it's very difficult for Manchester United to build from the back moving forward. And I'm yet to see what Onana will do when he's being pressed by the likes of Leroy Sané, Musiala and Harry Kane in that match. Also, before we move on, be sure to give us your opinions and also your thoughts on this Manchester United match against Bayern Munich, which will take place at the Allianz Arena. Well, let's move on and let's talk about this Bayern Munich defense. We see that Upamecano and Kim Min-jin are the ones to marshal that defense for this Bayern Munich, and also Davis. Davis is a very good player going forward. Another thing that is really important in this match is that this Bayern Munich team has been there for a very long time, so they've gelled and they know how to play together. We see that the likes of Upamecano, Davis and Kimmich and their evergreen captain, skipper, that is Thomas Muller, has been in Bayern Munich for a very long time. So I think that experience will come to play in this match, comparing to Manchester United, which we see that Erik ten Hag has just joined Manchester United from last season and is trying to build something for the future. So I think that Bayern Munich has an upper hand in this match in every situation and in every department and compartments. I think that Bayern are ahead of Manchester United. Well, let's get at the formations, and we see that normally Bayern like using this formation of 4-5-1 with 4 defenders at the back, 5 midfielders, then 1 striker, which I suspect, and it is Harry Kane at the tip of that attack. And let's compare this Bayern Munich formation to Manchester United formation of 4-2-3-1 formation, using 4 defenders, 2 holding midfielders, 3 midfield attacking players, and 1 striker, that is Haaland. And I think this formation Manchester United has been using it for a very long time, also since the introduction of Erik ten Hag in this Manchester United. And we have to see if Manchester United will try to attack on the counter attacks, because normally Bayern Munich play a possession minded football, and I think Manchester United can have a really damage into this Bayern Munich team, rather if they try to play those long balls and try to hit on the counter attack. So the question is, which formation will really work between these two tacticians? Well, Bayern have an home advantage because they're playing this first leg of the UEFA Champions League at home, and Manchester United is the one which is visiting this time round. Of course, the second leg of this match will be played at Old Trafford. Well, let's get the conversation going. Also give me your feedbacks and your comment, and also your thoughts and views on what you think about this match. Who will come out victorious and who will carry the day? Well, Manchester United is making a comeback in this competition, and we see Bayern has been an ever-present fixture in this competition, and a lot of pundits are pitting Bayern Munich to carry the day against Manchester United. Well, that has been all from me, Collins Opio, and I hope that we'll do this next time when we do meet. Let's keep the conversation going on social media and on Facebook. I'm at Molo Collins, and we have to do this again next time. As for me and my crew, it's bye-bye for now.